All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Mic Time with Cody and Jay. Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
What are we talking about today?
It's a big one.
That's what she
Online dating, dating apps, dating in general.
said. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me why?
Oh,
Why you say that?
All right. Man, I don't even know where to begin, man. I can't say I'm newly single. I've been single for a year and 4 months, 5 months now.
Okay.
And being single in your 30s is very different than being single in your 20s. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Different levels in life, you know? And again, when I was single in my 20s, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I wasn't expected to have value. You're in your 20s. You don't know where you're going. Life is just happening. It's passing by you. You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Right? But now that I'm single in my 30s, I wouldn't say scary. It's weird.
Weird.
The
Okay.
dating scene's very different.
That I mean, I agree that the dating scene is just odd in general.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely, with the times that we're in now with the whole online dating scene and apps and all that and whatnot, I'm not the craziest fan of it. Although, you know, I have used it and that's how I, have my current girlfriend now.
Yeah.
Which I'm very lucky. And I found a needle in a haystack somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I very
For
much
sure.
did. But it's not a fun place to be. I think that there's a lot of things that are wrong with it. Although obviously you can, find someone. And I think that it is possible. I don't want to say that it's not because I know multiple friends of mine who are married and or engaged from meeting someone online. But it's definitely a very weird place.
Right. Let's touch base on that for a second. Right. We don't want to give anyone these, one, false hopes.
Yeah.
And two, discourage anyone from.
We're not.
Yeah. It's not. This is our experience, and you kind of take what you want from it.
Yep.
Right. You're talking about, how old are you now, Cody?
I am 29, turning 30 next year.
29 turning 30, right?
Yeah.
I'm 36 turning 37 next year, even though I don't look it. But the fact of the matter is, all right, you said I have friends that are engaged or married to someone they met online.
Yeah.
You're talking about, on average, it takes anyone from 3 to 5 years to get engaged, 4 to 6 years to get married.
Yeah.
You're talking about these people meeting 6 years ago, maybe.
Correct. When Tinder was, for me, I remember I was first introduced to Tinder around college in like 2013,
Right.
I think.
Right.
And I know two people who met around 2015, 16. They got married, 2019, 2020.
Right.
But here we are, and they're well into 6-7 years into their relationship.
Exactly.
Post,
And that's for them at the time. Let's be real. Shit changed after COVID.
Oh, 100%.
Shit completely changed.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a shame that we can't meet people out in public as much. I think it's something that people are not used to anymore. I think social interaction, not everyone is good at these days. I see a lot of people that are not quite sociable.
Very timid.
Yeah, very timid, don't want to go out.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm not one of those people,
Right.
because there's definitely times where I just, I like to have my me time,
Right.
recharge. And I don't want to go out all the time. And personally, I don't know if I'm going to find, when I was single, if I was going to find the one in a club or, you know, it's one of
Right.
those things where it's
Right.
like, I want to meet someone, you know, in the home section of Target or in Barnes and Nobles or something.
Wait, that reminds me of something. I had seen a girl on Instagram post it, and I was gonna do this, but I'll tell you what she did. I'll tell you what I was gonna do. She posted a video of her walking into Home Depot. She was in the aisle of Home Depot, purposely looking lost, so some guy could come help her. She could meet somebody.
That is a
I was
fantastic
gonna
idea.
do that shit at Ulta. I was gonna walk
There you
in
go.
Ulta,
There
and
you
I have
go.
long hair, so I was gonna walk in Ulta and just look around and go, I don't know where anything is here.
Help me.
Help me figure this out.
I'm a lost puppy.
Yeah, 1000%. That's pretty funny though. But you're right. I have found that post COVID, more people are introverted than ever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so there's levels to introvert, extrovert, right?
100%.
I'm going to give you an analogy and you tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense. And this is for people that don't really understand the difference between introvert or extrovert, or if they are in a relationship with someone that is the opposite of them. And that was me, right? My last relationship, she was an introvert. Like I had to get her out of her shell a little bit.
Gotcha.
Which is a good thing also, right?
Yeah.
So introverts. Well, let's talk about me extrovert-wise. Somebody had said this analogy. I don't remember what it was. I heard it from somewhere, so I'm not taking full credit for this. But an extrovert is someone, for instance, let's just say me. When I wake up in the morning, my wallet is empty, right? I go to work and I interact with people. I get $1. I hang out with friends. I get $1. I go help someone do something. I get $1, right? I hang out with my loved one or see my family. I get $1. By the end of the day, I'm rich. I feel great. I
Yeah.
accomplished, right? I did a lot.
Yeah.
Now, introverts, they wake up in the morning with $5.
Yep.
They go to work, they lose $1. Hang out with friends, they lose $1. Have to do some extra stuff around the house with people in the house or people coming over, they lose $1.
Yep.
Right? Or they're doing all these things, they lose another $1. They have to go to the mall, interact with people, they lose $1. At the end of the day, they're depleted, they're empty, they're
Yep.
exhausted. That's the difference between, and they need to recoup.
Yeah.
Right?
Recharge.
I
recoup.
don't need to recharge.
Yeah.
I need to charge throughout the day. They drain throughout the day,
Yeah.
right? So now you're in the dating world as an introvert who doesn't feel comfortable talking to people, who doesn't know how to banter, who has been in this shell. You know, how do you date like that?
It's tough. I have no doubt it's tough. You know, I definitely, I can't say that I'm an extrovert or an introvert. I find myself having multiple qualities of both.
The middle ground.
Yeah, I have a
Right.
middle ground where
Right.
it's like there are certain occasions where I will get completely, fully full of energy off of interacting with people. Or there's times where I will feel completely drained, you know? And, you know, maybe that's the people that it is. I don't know. Or maybe that's just I've had a longer day. And, you know, there are times where, you know, you are going to feel more drained. You know, maybe it was a little extra rough at work, or maybe, you know, other, you know, sort of reasons why it could be that way. But I
Yeah.
definitely find myself more as an extrovert. I love interacting with people. I love having conversations. I love everything about that. You know, I feel like that's what makes life rich.
Right. But you know when to kick it back a
Yeah,
little bit.
there are definitely days where I'm like, I want to go out. I'm like, you know, for me to have a successful next week, I need to just have a chill day.
Yeah, see, I can't. Every day for me, I need to charge.
Yeah.
So it makes me sit down and say, why am I paying for a place to live in if
Yeah.
I'm never home?
Yeah.
I can't sit still. If I go home, even when I'm home, I have to interact with something. I can't be in my own mind.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is, again, our minds are our worst enemies sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And we have all been through things in life. We all have our demons. We're all fighting things that we've
No one's
fought.
perfect.
Right.
You know.
And I go through my own stuff at home sometimes, you know, and I'll hit up a buddy of mine. Hey, you want to play PlayStation? Yeah, sure. And I'm playing PlayStation with him, interacting with him.
Yeah.
Once I'm done, I just say, okay, time to take a shower, go to bed. I don't even have time to think, you know?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. I personally can't just sit around,
Yeah.
you know? I want to.
Yeah.
I would love to just say, I'll just lay in bed and watch TV.
But as you said, that can be tough when, you know, if you say your partner or someone you're dating is of that opposite energy or whatever you want to call it, you know, introvert, extrovert, that can be tough. Because
it's a give or take.
Yeah. And say, you know, you're going out for dinner, you know, that introvert might be depleted of all their energy by that end, you know, so they're not able to give you their full 100% where you're giving them everything. And then you feel like you're not reciprocated or feeling reciprocated.
Right. Yeah. I learned that more now that I'm single than I did in my last relationship. I mean, yeah, I had to get her out of her shell a little bit. There were many things that, you know, she didn't want to do.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not here to talk about my ex. I'm just saying in general, being in a relationship with someone that is the opposite of you is not easy. So now back to what we were saying earlier with being introverted in the dating scene, that's hard.
Yeah.
But the other problem is when you're the other extreme, like me, when you come off friendly, sometimes people like strew that in a different direction. You're flirting or you're really trying to talk to this person. No, it's not the case.
That's
I'm just
who I am.
I like to talk.
Yeah.
Even if I see an attractive girl, well, right. All right. Let me articulate this properly. Okay. If I see at my age someone that I'm attractive to, right, I will maybe go up and talk to them. But there's a right time, and this is where people make the mistake.
Yeah.
Right. So you tell me, you're in the gym. Me and you're in the gym. Now, you don't really go to a public gym.
No.
But at some point in time, you did. Right. And again, this is now dating advice.
Yeah. 100%.
For the guys right now in the gym.
Currently, for all you guys out there, listen up.
Listen, just pay very close attention. How about this? You see a girl that you're attracted to. You tell me if you agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you options. Okay. This is good.
Give me the quest.
Right. All right.
Give me all the options.
Here's option number 1.
All right. I go down this path to this barbell, or I go down this path to her.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I thought it was the X or the A or the triangle.
No. Okay. So 3 scenarios. 1, she's in the middle of a set. 2, she's jogging or on the Stairmaster. 3, she's stretching on the turf. Which one of those 3 is a better scenario to go talk to her?
Stretching on the turf.
1,000%, my man.
Stretching
Thank
on
you.
the turf.
Which one's the button for the claps? Let's get that.
I can't remember.
Okay, all right. We'll figure it out. Right.
Never interrupt anyone while they are working out, doing anything, unless it's a downtime. And you know, some people will say, oh, yeah, you can maybe approach someone in between sets. Personally, I probably wouldn't do that.
Have you seen that happen before?
I have. I've witnessed people going up to some people in the gym when I used to go to Crunch. Usually they walked away and it looked like rejection. The girl was kind of like, hey, leave me alone. Let me, you know, they have their headphones on probably. And, you know, maybe the girl gets frightened, you know, because they're in their zone preparing for that next set.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, whoa, you know, like let's, you know, let them do their thing. We're all there to work on ourselves, not to be interrupted.
Right.
You know, personally, myself, I told myself I would never actually ask someone out in the gym.
You're the hidden gym crush?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, but to the point where I would never even, like, I don't want to lose my spot at the gym and be like, I can't go back at this time.
Oh, you don't want that awkward feeling.
That's why I you know, the same thing with, like, you know, working. I don't was it eat where you shit or shit where you eat?
You know what's weird?
I always mix that up.
I say shit where you sleep. And people have been correcting me recently,
I'm
saying
pretty
it's,
sure
it's not shit. It's shit where you eat.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely where you eat,
Shit
not
where you
sleep.
Yeah.
Bro, come on.
All right, whatever.
I'm disappointed.
Fine.
But in terms of that, where it's like I don't want to go find a new gym, you know?
You know what?
I know you're the complete opposite.
There's 24 hours in a day. So if it ain't going to work with that one, just go an hour later.
No. I have one time for the
don't do
gym.
that.
I have one time for the gym and that's it. So
right, no.
and, and that time is for me and no one else.
Yeah.
So that's why I would never even bother.
Right.
But it's funny to see people attempt things.
Yeah. You know what? There was a time, I'll never forget it. This happened recent. I want to say less than a month ago. A buddy of mine, we're BSing in the gym. And as I'm talking to him, my peripherals are always up, right? I see this guy come over to this girl. She's on the cable machine. She has her headphones in, right? And she's in great shape. I see her often. She's killing it every day. The guy that came up to her, not so much. Okay, fine. But you know what? Shoot your shot. You never know.
No, I never want to, tell someone not to.
Right.
Because it goes back to that, regret.
Right.
But at the same time, there is a time and place.
Right. There's a time and place. And you have to be ready for rejection.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can't go in there thinking, and being mad if you get rejected. Like,
For real.
because more the odds are 90% rejection and maybe 10% completion.
Let me tell you this, though. Gym girls are different. That is a different breed. This isn't some girl at a bar. This isn't some girl at a club. This is some girl in a lounge. These gym girls are a different breed. And I don't mean it in a bad way. They're just different, right? They are either into themselves or like me, they're fighting demons, right? Or they are the demon in the gym. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right? But so anyways, back to the story. He shoots his shot. And you can clearly tell, and guys, I'm going to give you this advice. And this is the best advice I can give you. If you are conversating with a girl and her sternum is starting to go in a different direction than you are, she's trying to walk away from you. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
She's not into you. Because when you're into someone, you're head on.
Yeah.
Your
Open.
body is open. You're facing each other. Things are going good. Once that sternum starts to rotate and you're talking and she's starting to do this, she's no longer interested or she doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Right? And again, you guys can be friendly and everything like that. You can talk often. But at the same time, even if you talk often, you try to shoot your shot. If that is starting to rotate, they want to get away. Right?
Yeah.
That you didn't make them comfortable enough.
Yeah.
If I had to talk to somebody in the gym, right? How would I do it? I don't really do that. Usually if I do think someone is pretty or whatever, maybe I'll ask them if they're using a piece of equipment or something, just to acknowledge that, hi, I know you're here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Then next time, we may smile and
Don't go in so direct.
Right.
Trying to shoot your shot. Start off being more natural
just
and
be a normal human being.
yeah.
Be kind.
Yeah. 100%.
Don't give the creep vibes.
No.
There's mirrors everywhere. And guys, if you don't know this, women know when you're looking. I mean, we know when women are looking. You get that feeling of uncomfortable, like someone's staring at you.
Yeah.
And they could be looking at their phone, but they still have peripheral vision. They know if you're looking.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. I'd basically just, how are you using this?
No.
That's it. I'll give you an example today, right? I'm not into the girl. Actually, someone I know is trying to talk to the girl. But let's just say I turned this into something.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing hip thrusts. I needed the bar. Everyone was doing chest and legs today. I couldn't get a bar, but I had to hip thrust also. So I went up to her, never spoke to her before. I said, hey, sorry to bother you. When you're done with the bar, don't take the weights off. I actually need it. And she goes, oh, okay. I said, yeah, save you the trouble. Don't worry about it. You're good. Just let me know, kind of wave me when you're almost done. She goes, oh, I have 3 sets. I said, perfect. I'll be over here Just let me know when you're done. Again, just leave the weights.
And that right there broke the barrier.
Right. That's it. I made eye contact with her one more time. She gave me the one finger, not the middle one. She gave me the pointer and said she had one more set left. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready. After that, I started BSing with one of the guys. She comes over. Hey, I'm done. I said, thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a good workout. That's it. I'm not interested in the girl, but I needed the bar, right? But now let's say I was. You just said it. What
That
did I
you're
do?
in right there, because now say you see her again at the gym, you can now be more friendly, and she's not worried or frightened by you or feeling that, oh, you want something from her or you're seeking something from her.
1000%.
It's more of a friendship, but, just neutral. You know, no guns blazing type style.
1000%. So what I would sit down and say next, let's just say I decide I wanted to go down that route. I'm not. Again, this is not the point, right? But the point is what I would do next. My next step is next time I see her, right? I'd probably make eye contact with her, give her a quick what's up, right? And then that's it. And then maybe I'll go up to her and say, hey, thanks for the bar again that day. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Then we conversate a little bit back and forth, and that's it. Walk away. Then every time I see her after that, hey, what's up? Acknowledgement, leave it alone. Then maybe I'd shoot my shot
Yeah.
after the 5th, 6th, 7th conversation.
Yeah.
If we keep coming across each other.
Yeah. And you feel that it's natural and fluid and, it's something is there.
Right.
Where
you're not a creeper now.
Yeah, exactly. You've
just a
gone
nice
out of
guy.
that zone.
Right. Right. How do you separate the nice guy, though? That's the hard part.
I think you have to not be so nice.
Yeah, that's true.
I definitely think that there are qualities to where being a nice guy is, how do you say, very just almost like a brother, maybe.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You don't
want to be the simp.
Yeah, no,
the simp
exactly.
nice guy.
No
That's
simp,
just-
no nice
yeah,
guy,
yeah. Silly banter here and there.
The banter, I think, is what will help you,
Right.
because if you can make her laugh, then you're good.
You need to know how to banter.
Yeah. That banter and back and forth when you have a guy and a girl or whatever can really make or break a relationship, just because that communication.
Right, right. So now with the dating thing, the online dating thing, right? So let's go back to that.
It makes it harder if you think about it. Online dating, you're not able to hear people's sounds and voices and feel that. So in my opinion, back when I was single and, I was trying to match with people, there'll be sort of miscommunications almost at time if people weren't picking up on certain banter through just a text message.
Right. Right.
So then someone could take something the wrong way. And then, as we know with online dating, there's unlimited options.
Wait, I'm going to teach you something today. This is something I'm assuming. Again, I'm assuming. I don't know if this is true. You write a text message. Remember before emojis were a thing?
Oh, yeah.
You would write a text message and you kind of take it for what it's worth. You don't know what emotion's coming out from it.
Yeah.
What if I told you emoji stood for emotional gestures? That's why it's called emoji.
Interesting. I mean, and I think that's why emojis are so great because they help you
Right.
bring across the emotion that you are obviously trying to portray.
Right. Some people can't use emojis. Oh,
No.
some people don't even like when other people use emojis.
Well, I find them hilarious and they're able to help my message go across better.
Right. Right. So for instance, here's an example. If I said you ain't shit, no emoji, you'd be like, damn, what did I do?
Yeah.
But now you ain't shit with a laughing face. Oh, you're joking around.
Yeah.
See the difference?
And the other thing that you can also worry about, in today's age, say, I message you, I've had a great day, but you've had a shit day. You're going to perceive my message in a negative way because of the mental state that you're in. And then you're going to come back at me and in an aggressive way. And I'll be like, hey, I was just playing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny.
And that's why text messaging can be, sort of difficult at times, which makes online dating way worse.
Right.
Because you don't even know the other person,
Right.
which is why people are so quick to move on to the next one.
Right. So let's talk about what online dating, the truth about it?
Ooh, I think it's a couple things. I'll just list them out. I think, as I said before, too many options. I think it's superficial. I think that people, similar to the options, it's always greener on the other side. What else? I think people can begin to have trust issues because you can build a connection. Say, just for example, on Hinge, right? You'd start messaging a girl or a guy. You're going back and forth, having great conversation, and then out of nowhere, they just
Flatline.
gone.
Straight flatline.
Gone.
Ghost.
And you're like, why?
Yeah.
Because then that gets into your mental. And you're like, I don't know what I did wrong.
Right. What did I say?
When honestly, it's nothing that you did wrong. Honestly, that person has personal work to do.
Or someone else swiped on them.
Exactly. Giving more options.
More options. That's the problem with online dating. Let's be real here. You open up an online dating app. Let's steer away from Tinder for because Tinder somehow has turned into a hookup app. Everyone
100%.
thinks Tinder is strictly hookup apps now. A hookup app itself.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hinge first.
Yep.
You and I both have experience with Hinge. What I've learned about dating apps itself, you are putting your best foot forward. Those pictures you've chosen are your best.
Yeah.
The ones you think, hey, I look good in this picture.
Yeah.
Or, hey, this video would interest somebody. Right? You're putting your best, you're literally putting an application in.
Yeah. A highlight version of you.
Right. Right. You're trying to sell yourself.
Yeah.
That's basically what an online dating app is. You're applying for a job.
Yeah. 100%.
It's the same difference.
Yeah.
Your front page is your resume. So now, what do you do with that resume? You sit down and hope
Someone hires you.
someone hires you.
Yep.
Right. So now you fill out this application, you start swiping. You're limited on swipes,
Yeah.
usually somewhere between 5 and 10. And you sit down and you wait. Right? Maybe somebody will like you. Next day comes around, you get more swipes. Nothing. Next day comes around, you get more swipes. Keep swiping. Nothing. And then what happens after 5 days of this? You start questioning yourself. Damn, is my picture's not good? Right? Is what I wrote maybe not good enough? Right? And then all of a sudden you get a like. Oh. And you look at the person. You start to critique them.
Yeah. You're on the other side.
Now you're on the other side.
But you get that dopamine hit.
Right.
When you get those likes or those matches, immediate dopamine hit.
Yeah. You definitely, so dopamine is our feel good hormone, right? And we're not neurologists here or experts in hormones, but yeah, you get that little ooh.
Yep.
That little ooh, right?
Yeah.
And now let's just say after 10 days of being on it, you almost, one, don't want to go out anymore. Or two, you start to say, you know what? Let me pay
the
$10 for the boost.
Yep.
Right? You boost yourself. You get a couple. That's not my type. That's not what I want.
Yep.
Now the roles flipped.
Yeah. Now you're being the picky one.
Now you're being the picky one, right? There's a psychiatrist, Sadia Khan. She had said, today's dating, especially with online dating, is teaching people how to get divorced. And I think the reason why she says that is because let's say you match with someone, or you start talking to them. You match with someone else. Oh, this one, a little bit different than the other one. So let's say we have a type. We all have a type. We all have a type.
Oh, yeah. Everyone does.
Right. So let's just say randomly someone's type is brown hair, blue eyes. That's rare as it is. Well, let's just keep it more simple. Brown hair, brown eyes. Or blonde hair, blue eyes. Now, they get matched with someone that is a little different. Blonde hair, brown eyes. All right. Start talking. Then all of a sudden, somebody with blonde hair, blue eyes, hits you up. Oh, that's
more my type.
that's more my type.
Oh,
Just because of the eyes.
yeah. And that's where it comes to seeing, oh, the grass is greener on the other side.
Right.
But maybe it's not.
Now, it gets even better. You start talking to both, but your attention
It's favoring your type.
Favoring your type, right? You start talking to that type, you push the other one away that was giving you attention. Now, all of a sudden, the other one you were talking to, that's your type, found someone else, her type.
Yep. And it's just a giant, giant game.
And you just lost two for the price of one,
Yep.
right? This ain't buy one, get one free.
No, it don't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
It don't work that way.
That is the problem with online dating. Too much affirmation, simple and easy by a swipe.
Yep.
Random ghosting, and people just being overly picky.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Trying to get that perfection,
Right.
when that's not a thing.
It's not.
No.
It's unrealistic.
Yeah.
You're chasing your tail at this point.
100%. And you'll never find someone if that's the case.
No. And like you said, the grass is greener on the other side, right? Let's say you're talking to that person visually because it's attraction first.
It's all, what's the word that I'm thinking?
Visual?
Yeah, it's completely visual online dating.
Yes.
Completely visual.
The first thing you see.
Yeah.
So now, and remember, everyone puts their best foot forward. So let's just say I'm 175 pounds 3 years ago. But today I'm 200. I'm not going to put my 200-pound pictures on.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my 175-pound pictures on.
Yeah.
Right? Or a woman who wants to put tons of makeup on. Filters.
Yeah. Filters is a big thing.
Filters is huge.
Yeah.
If I'm online dating and I see somebody with a filter,
Immediate goodbye.
yeah, I won't swipe.
Nope.
It's not happening.
Goodbye. Peace
No.
out.
That's not your best foot forward. That's your fake foot forward.
Yeah. 100%.
Right?
100%.
You're giving me a fake personality already by giving me pictures with fake eyelashes, which again I won't do. Extensions, I don't care, right? But if your hair is a half an inch long and you put full extensions on, I won't date that because that's not you. I want to know you,
Yeah.
right? If I'm dating somebody now at my age, 36, there's intent there, meaning you're with me and I'm looking to be married, maybe eventually start a family.
Yeah.
Right? I'm at that age where I'm looking for my queen,
Yeah.
my ride or die, the person that we're going to build an empire with. In my 20s, it was, who am I going to sleep with?
Yeah.
Who am I going to hang out with? Who am I going to party with?
Yeah. 100%.
How do you feel now at yours?
For me, I've always had an older mindset, and I think that just came through the experiences that I had in life at a younger age. So I very much got pushed into an older mindset, and I've always been that way. So for me, dating and finding that person hasn't been the, sexual, like, let's just have sex, let's have fun, I'm looking for that one.
Right.
I'm looking for a partner, a teammate, to just experience life with.
Right.
And just experience all the joys that life has to offer.
Right. Right.
So I've always had that, outlook on when it comes to finding, my match and all that.
Right. You met your girlfriend on what?
Hinge.
Yeah. Right. And your experience with Hinge before you guys met?
It's very much a interesting experience because similar to what you're saying about the paywall thing, I definitely paid for it. At any app that I was on, I was paying for because you can definitely see the increase, which is sort of, kind of wrong, and it's similar to video games now these days. There's so many paywalls, to be the best in a video game, similar to the dating app. You want to be seen by the most amount of people. Let me add $10 to my account and get a boost or something.
Right.
And then you know what happens? You get 10 likes in that boost of an hour. And you're like, all these people like me.
And then you look at it and it's all X's. You just swipe, swipe, swipe,
and I'm like,
swipe.
why did I just spend all that money
Right.
for me to just, but it is interesting. I've seen a couple things online, studies and all that, that people made videos where a guy, normal guy, average looking, the average man will probably receive, I don't say, for example, for a month, 2 to 5 likes, right?
Sounds about right.
A girl, they did the test. This same guy, they made a fake account, this man. Before he finished setting up his profile, he had 30 likes.
He made a fake profile as a woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
And over a weekend, he had 130.
Wow. So what does that tell you? Men are more desperate than women?
I don't know. I think it's definitely a sign of that.
Right.
But, it's an interesting thing to analyze.
Yeah.
Because it's either that or they're simply, allowing men to see all the women, and then they're able to hit all these likes, but they're not maybe being seen by as many people. So they have to then pay to be seen.
And the pay part is funny. Depending on the app will determine on what your money turns out to be worth. When I was at Tinder, for instance, I was on Tinder. When I first signed up to Tinder, within 24 to 48 hours, I had 30 likes.
Yeah.
You can't see any of them.
Exactly. There's another paywall.
Right. Now you have to pay to see the 30.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? I'm not going to see the 30. I'll just start swiping. Maybe I'll match. And they don't come up.
Yeah. And then you still see that number 30 and you're
30,
like.
and it is climbing.
Yeah.
This happened to me and I tested it over and over and over again. And it worked every single time. I would pay the bare minimum to see the 30 people. None of them were my type.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Usually they aren't.
Right. Now, what happens? Your trial or your pay period is up. Let's say I think it was like $8 for a week.
Yeah.
I paid the $8, saw 30 people, wasn't my type. I got no likes after that.
Yeah.
None. Until when my pay period was up. Now my pay period's up. I'm not subscribed. I don't have a subscription anymore. 28 more likes. What?
Bring me the money.
Right. So now you pay another $8 and maybe you'll get one person you might match with.
Yeah.
But then now you paid already $16. You start to talk to this woman, and then after a few conversations, ghosted.
Yep.
So now not only did you pay $16, you got ghosted.
Yeah. And you wonder, what did you do wrong?
Right.
Because now you've had a great conversation. You've not say been attached, but have grown something to where you're interested in continuing conversation.
Right.
And then gone.
And then gone because someone else swiped on them that was more their type. It leads right back to the same thing. So I did it again. I waited 3 weeks. Likes build up. True story. 46. I was like, okay, I'm good.
The man.
Odds are good. Odds are good, right?
Yep.
I may have changed 1 or 2 photos so my status and my application looked better, right? Especially the photos that you took of me,
Oh, yes.
right? Those are good.
Those do wonders.
Those are wonders, right? And then all of a sudden, what happens? I pay another $8, maybe 2. Start conversation. 1 that never even answers
Yeah.
because let's match, but never speak.
That's another thing that I find very interesting is when you match and then no conversation, us as the guy is normally the one that's starting the conversation after you match,
Unless you're on Bumble.
Yeah, unless you're on Bumble.
We'll touch base on that in a second.
And then you just get no reply. It's like, so then if you matched with me, why not bother?
Because it's a game.
Yeah.
People have gotten fun. They have more fun just swiping.
And then receiving that dopamine hit of match. Wow, everyone loves me.
Right. I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Oh, these pictures were,
I could get any person I want.
Right. I went on a date one time with a girl and I told her, you and I have something in common. And she said, what? I said, you can go into your DMs on Instagram and you'll have 15 to 20 guys in there hoping you give them a chance.
Yeah.
Just 15 to 20 guys wanting to talk to you. If I go in my DMs, I also have 15 to 20 guys talking to me about gym and cars or something else. And I sit down and I go, no, what? Why? I don't want that. Right? You know, it's annoying, but it's true. You can go if you're even a half decent looking woman,
We'll get 10 times.
will still get more guys after her
Yeah.
than guys will. Now, let's talk about the 6% of men that are over 6 feet, make six figures, drive fancy cars. Those guys, because there was a test.
All of it.
All of it.
Yep.
So now, as a woman, you're looking for that
Top percent
man, but now you just became an option.
Mm-hmm.
Now you start to talk to that top percent man who's also talking to the other 94% women.
Yeah.
And go out on a few dates, find out he ghosts you. Now all of a sudden, all men ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, just the 6% men you've been looking for ain't shit because you're an option at that point, right? But when you got guys like me, I'm not part of the 6%. I'm not over 6 feet tall. Yeah, I own businesses and stuff like that. Yeah, I make pretty good money, but I don't flaunt myself out there like that. You won't see a picture of me with a Lamborghini on my Hinge profile. Do you really want that?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's very interesting because the women that are going for these upper percent men don't realize that the average male won't ever get hit on. You know, you don't think of the guy who's in McDonald's or you're the barista at Starbucks. They'll never get hit on. They'll never get a DM ever.
No.
You know?
No.
I know I've never gotten a DM ever.
No.
You know?
1,000%. And that goes back to a saying that I had heard someone say on, again, ladies, don't get mad at me for this. I didn't make this up. But it says that men and women love differently, right? Like they're coming to take my heart away.
Yeah, I see that.
They so corny. They men and women love differently, and it's men love unconditionally and women love under condition.
Mm.
You know, I had heard that. I do.
Yeah.
Do I believe that's on a case by case scenario? 1,000%.
Yeah,
Not all women
everyone
are like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% not women are
But
all like that.
would I say a high percentage of women are like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. Especially when you're not fulfilling some type of need
yeah,
for someone, they'll walk away. Me personally, I'd rather live in a box with you and be happy than live in a mansion without you and be miserable.
yeah,
Right? That when I love a girl, I love her unconditionally. You can do no wrong. We're gonna go through stuff. Yeah, it happens, but I'm not leaving you.
yeah.
You know, unless you cheat on me.
That's a no-go.
Right.
100% game over.
Game over. But with Bumble, you mentioned a point the other day. I remember you said it's unrealistic in Bumble because the woman has to reach out to you first.
Yeah. Because, you know, women aren't used to doing that. You know, I don't think ever in my life, nor from any of my friends, have had that happen. You know, whether that be online dating or in person, especially in person, you know, because as the man, we're gonna walk up to you. We're gonna start the conversation. We're gonna offer to buy you a drink. We're gonna try and make you laugh.
Right.
You know, girls don't do that.
No.
But it's funny because when they do, they'll just say, hey. But then they give us shit
Yeah.
for if we only say hey, or if we don't have the cleverest line.
Right.
You
It's
know.
not, do you think that's more of a masculine thing to be approaching first?
As a man,
Yeah.
I
Or
definitely
just in general? Not to touch base on this whole masculine and feminine movement thing. I don't care too much about that.
I definitely think it takes being a man and having confidence, you know, to approach a woman,
Yeah.
especially the correct way and the proper way.
Right. Right.
But personally, I probably wouldn't. I would be flattered if a woman like came up to me,
Yeah.
but I think I naturally would probably do it myself.
1,000%.
You know.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't even get to that point because you would have already done it.
Yeah, like if I'm making eye contact with someone and I'm, you know, say at a bar or something and you know, you catching a glimpse, a smile. Like, okay, I'm getting cues here. You know, you have to read the room. You have to see what they're throwing back at you. And if obviously there's none of that happening, then you don't bother.
Right. So I'm going to give you 4 choices.
Okay.
Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, Facebook.
Hinge. Yep.
I go Facebook.
Personally, I go Hinge because I have found that the most people on there are serious about actually pursuing someone. Although there is an interesting paywall that I have seen on that.
Right.
And it's not just like or photos. There is a little bit of humor that you can get from people because there are voice notes.
Right.
There are videos.
Right.
There are polls that you can put up.
Right.
So I find that you're able to see a little bit more into the person.
Good point.
You know,
Yeah.
You're able to see that a little bit more. And there's goofiness that you can find through people there with the things that they add. And,
Right.
you know, where Tinder, it's very superficial, fake, you know, and as you said before, more known as the hookup app now.
Right. And a lot of those accounts are bots.
Yeah.
I find a lot of them are bots. That's why
Yeah.
when you get 46 likes, all of them don't look like what you've been swiping on.
Yeah.
Hinge. Yeah. You know what? I agree with you on the Hinge part because you touch base. You can add more to your resume.
Yeah.
On
100%.
Hinge. I say Facebook because there's no payment involved. So if someone likes you,
Yeah.
you can see who they are.
Yeah.
And you can swipe unlimited. The only problem with Facebook is their distance thing is horrible.
Like their radius to where you're
I put
searching.
15 miles. I'm getting people in Virginia,
Meta, can we fix that?
right?
Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg, dude. Osama bin Laden could send signals from a cave, but we can't get
A proper radius on this
on
damn
Facebook
Facebook
distance.
app. Yeah, no, I fully understand that. I fully understand that. I think a interesting thing, and tell me if you felt this way, or currently as well, if you're on those apps still, that say you're having conversation and the girl does not get back to you right away. You know, the typical, I'm a bad texter, right?
Yeah.
But then they get back to you and things seem okay. Is it wrong to assume, oh, she just doesn't want to text me and like get in your head in that way? Or is it possible that maybe they just have a life? You know, maybe, you know.
It comes from that mindset stems from something that has happened to you in the past. You were neglected, or you were cheated on, or your self-worth is low. When I sit down and I text somebody and they say they're a bad texter, first of all, it takes 2.5 to 5 seconds to send a text to somebody. Even if you're super busy, you can do a voice text. Hey, sorry, I'm really busy. I'll hit you up later. Would I sit down and get upset when someone doesn't message me back? Now, if you go 2-3 days and you're a zombie meaning you ghosted me and then you popped back up.
Yeah.
Sorry. That means 1, you don't know my self-worth. 2, I'm not worth your time.
Yeah. Fully agree with that.
Yeah. And if I'm not worth your time, I'm sorry, you're not worth mine either.
Yeah. 100%. There is no bad texter.
No.
There isn't.
You just don't do it.
Yeah. You just aren't invested and you don't care.
The worst part is when you follow them on, let's say you guys chat for a little bit, you exchange Instagrams, and then you send them a text, but then you post a story and they see the story, but they still haven't answered the text.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Yep.
Why? Because if I did that, right away you'd be saying, wait a minute, you can look at my story, but you can't answer my text message?
Yeah.
Let's be real here. We all have busy lives. We all have shit to do.
But I'm willing to take the, 10 seconds to write a text.
Guys and ladies, when someone wants your attention, you'll never question it. You know it.
Yeah.
When they want to talk to you, they'll talk to you. No matter what it is, late in the day, early in the morning. If they don't want to text you or message you and you're with them and they're always on their phone, come on, read the signs.
Run.
Or you're just helping them pass the time.
Yeah.
So
Which I'm not here for.
Right. You have a choice. Do you want to be that person to just pass the time, or
Yeah. build something.
Build something.
100%.
Right. So what's your advice to those guys and girls on dating apps right now?
I think it is, don't get too ahead of yourself and get excited about matches and how do you say? Yeah, just don't get excited in the wrong way. Be happy that you're matching with someone. Be happy that you're starting a conversation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as you said in before, if I set my expectation up here, there's a chance that it's going to get knocked down and I'm going to be let down. You know,
Right.
where if you start your expectation, set someone up for success almost. Let them show them who they are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. To answer that question, if I had to give anybody advice who's doing online dating, get off of it and get out there.
I would agree with that.
Get off of it and get out there. There are plenty of single people out there. And yes, you don't want to come off as a strange one. But if you think that you are coming off as a strange person when you're out at a bar or out at a lounge or out at a restaurant, you got to learn how to speak,
Yeah.
you know? I am always willing to give it. You know me. I am always willing to give dating advice. I'm always ready to get people out of their head and stuff like that. I've been there. I've done that. I know what works. I see what works. I see what doesn't work. I've been doing this for a while. But yeah, get off the dating apps. If you need some affirmation, justification, dopamine spikes, go out there. Go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know?
Work on yourself.
Work on yourself.
You will attract people when you're working on yourself, and the right person will come.
1,000%.
You know, if
1,000%.
when you're searching, that's when it's going to be the hardest to find someone.
Right. Or you can hit the lotto like Cody did.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, you hit the lotto.
I like I said before, I found the needle in the haystack.
Right. There's a chance that you'll win.
There is a chance.
There is a chance. And you can play that chance, right?
Yeah.
But you don't go into the lottery expecting to win.
Exactly.
You know, because you don't go into lottery, play a $5 Powerball, and quit your job.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
No, 100%.
And that's how it is with dating. You go in, you have 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
And once someone matches with you, don't become overly picky.
No.
Get to know the person. That's why.
Give them a chance.
Give them a chance. Learn people.
Actually get to know them because, like we said before, dating apps are superficial. All right. Until you get that face-to-face contact, you won't get a better idea of who they are.
No.
You know. But after, say, 1 or 2, times going out, doing activities, dating,
Right.
then you'll get a better idea of who someone is. And then you can make that call. Oh, you know what? They don't match me. We're not meant for each other.
Right.
So definitely, go out and meet someone in real life.
Yeah.
More naturally.
Yeah.
More
Don't be shy.
organically. Yeah, don't be shy.
Hang out with your friends. Get advice from other people. But always be careful about who gives you advice.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. That was pretty good.
We probably could have gone a couple.
Another half hour.
I was about to say another 1 to 2.
Yeah. I say we actually, let's say you meet someone, we might do another episode on what to do after.
Yeah.
Like you met someone or you matched and you've been talking for a while. What's the next step?
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that episode. Thanks for tuning in to Mike Time with Cody and Jay. I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Later.